Okay, welcome back. Kind of the first official episode. Last time was all embarking from information and whatnot, talking about the world and the Let's Play. Okay, so we're going to do a Let's Play of this. This is going to be the Inkyviper. That's the name of this fortress in case you did miss the Embark episode. And it's going to be a volcano. There is a stream down here in case you missed it. And we're just going to dig in. I have no really immediate plans for what we got here. I usually just sort of wing it anyway. Obsidian walls, nice. Zircon, just taking a look around, looking if we have any metals that are exposed. Looks like we got some sand over here too, that's good. Might do some glass works or something at a later point in time. What is this? Obsidian, gabbro. What was that? More obsidian. Alright, well that's fine. I could check the other levels at some other time. I think just because we embarked right here, then I'm going to go right in here. First things first, we'll designate some trees to be cut. Alright, that should be enough trees for the immediate time being. I'm trying to think here. Now, do I want to have my trade depot on the outside or put it on the inside like I usually do? I usually do it on the inside, make an airlock system, and then have like a trap-laced hallway. But, I don't know. Maybe it's because I do that kind of thing too often. I might not want to do that. Just trying to think of how I want to do this. Like a nice hallway, and it'll have a lot of traps in it. And the trade depot will be like in a room here, kind of square. Then your main entrance into the actual base itself will be basically going through here. Obviously there's going to be drawbridges here, here, and here at the opening. Trying to get a little more elaborate on my designs lately. Not rather than being boring designs, you know. Let's do a wide hallway. Make the room look a little snazzier by clipping the corners a little bit. I could do that with the trade depot too, I suppose. I obviously I want to make farms, but this is going to be obsidian and stone around this area. I have no clue where I'm going to make the farms. I'm assuming way down here where the stream is, on the bottom level. I may have a soil level under here, but that's a really far away from the entrance. Oh, sorry, excuse me. So, yeah, I don't know. That's like the surefire way of, that's the best place to find where where for sure you're going to have soil levels to make your farms on. The only problem was this is going to mess up the way I do you know what, I can't do it this way. Unfortunately, no. Let's do it in the side of the walls. We'll just do nooks. That way when I'm stuck, the way I'm going to do it. Because what I usually do, and you've seen in some of my other Let's Plays probably. If you haven't watched them, I have several Dwarf Fortress Let's Plays, mostly in the previous version, but is I have the actual roadway kind of snaking through. And then like in the areas where it bends, I have traps. So the AI stupidly will path through there straight, you know, shortest point to where they want to go. So yeah, usually the traps will, you know, get anything that comes in here. Except for like, you know, obviously trap avoiding type things. So that'll be the initial thing. Now, how far down do I want to go? I almost want to, I'm pissed off with the whole cavern system thing here. So I'm thinking I really would sort of like to go down to the caverns again. Even though I never really, I really never attempted that on air. I've just run into a lot of problems recently, so let's just do an up-down stairway down several levels. If we tap into the cavern systems, and so be it. I just want to sort of see what we have first off. So let's unpause to let them go. I'm hoping for some decent metals because I mean I know it said shallow and deep metals, so I'm hoping for obviously the preference would be iron. So sort of let them go. Might as well disassemble this while we're waiting. Our woodcutter is cutting these trees. I should probably just, while I'm waiting for all this to go on, maybe designate a few more trees to be cut. So these guys are mostly idle. I don't see I'm going to be starting to move stuff in here and building workshops right away. But I want to get those the farms up, so getting down to the right level and then maybe making some sort of a passage over to where the water is going to be. Now I could just make a passage from the water, just direct it to closer to this area, which I think that's what I'm going to do. Although I don't know what level I'm going to build the my main thing at yet here, so that's the thing. Well, to get them working, we'll just have a wood stockpile here. We'll do a carpenter's workshop here. Got some gems in there, and that's good. I'll try and cut down on the amount of actual product I make here, and try and make things more out of like putting gems, encrusting gems on like various types of furniture and finished goods, in particular crafts, rock crafts. And so rather than having tons of rock crafts, having actually fewer but with more encrusted gems to kind of even that out. Which is why I sort of went with normally I don't bother with a gem cutter, gem setter right off the bat, because you usually get them in either the second or third migration wave. So sometimes in the first. Alright, what do we want you to do? Now, obsidian blocks. We want to make things out of obsidian? I guess so. It's a lot of obsidian here. I want to make 2 doors temporarily. Probably, yeah, probably blocks, but thrones and a couple tables. Heaven forbid we need a coffin this early. I was thinking of maybe just making them and then put blocks on repeat for a little while. And let's get our woodcutter probably done with his work anyway. He was pretty high level. Let's actually just go for a full line of beds. I should probably get the buckets done soon though, because I remember I took a lot of that stuff out. Buckets, splints, crutches, wheelbarrows, things like that nature I should work on right away, since I didn't actually embark with them right off the bat. Get a mechanic shop going too, just to make sure. Don't know, I can't remember who did it, but they'll do it. Yeah, okay, someone's doing it. I just like to get some mechanisms out and ready. Other thing I'm going to need here is, wow, he went through that quick. Probably won't really need these that badly, but let's promote that. Might need a grate for this. I'm thinking about the water system I'm going to be working on first off. Maybe just have a hatch cover just for the heck of it. That's good. Got a lot of idlers here. Pretty soon they're going to start moving this stuff in here. I just wanted to find a level that I'm going to build at and make like just like a large room, large empty room, just to be able to put everything in temporarily. It was going to be here, but might as well wait. Have them not haul things twice. I might actually start laying out where I want this here. So what I normally do, just to get that up and going, see, downward stair. Usually one over from the stream. Then up down stair. Although that's going through roots. I don't know how that's going to work. Not very familiar with how that works through the roots. Alright. Yeah, so, yeah, let's see. Yeah, that should be good. So this is going to be erased, so don't get too nervous about this. And I'm not going to link it here yet. Alright. Alright, let's erase the extra. Alright, so water will come in there, go along this line. And I'm going to remove the destination here anyway. I don't want them starting this yet. Because I haven't seen how far down there are they. I gotta get rid of that too. Sorry. Alright, so I think what we'll have is the water reservoir. It can't be too far from this. We're going to make it's going to split. Like this. So I don't want it too far from that. Alright, now room number 1 is going to be the farms. So I don't want the room to flood, and I'm going to have like a little area in which it kind of drains off the extra water from that. Actually, that should be fine. So then I want a well room like this. Now I usually do that just to save a lot of trouble. Actually, I want it 7. Is alright, so what happens is they'll come in and they'll come down here. They're gonna start channeling out. So let me just actually set up the first level of channeling. So they'll do that channeling there. Then I'll go down a few levels, and that water reservoir will probably take us through the whole life of the fort. And if it doesn't, you can always refill it again. It's not that big a deal. So that's the water system. Only problem is it's just going to take a long time for our miners to get to this point where they can do it. So let's unpause it here again. Back up. They'll get to that soon, hopefully. What's Mr. Carpenter doing? He's already got the beds done. Good. 5 buckets. We'll be doing a lot of cage traps too. Bins will be helpful to organize some of the stuff we got here now. Alright, now start digging down there, boys. I want to see what's going on down there. I gotta know what level we're gonna do this at so we can start moving in some of our products here. Nothing would like them to do. Remove some of these ramps, at least just in the immediate area. Come on, my guys are idling. Let's go. I gave you guys like maxed out mining here. Should be going a little quicker than this. I wanted to see what was at the end of the thing. Just they're annoying the hell out of me here. Oh, please say that's... What is that? Hematite. Yes, I think that's iron, yeah. Wow, alright, good. Alright, so I should do it on this level. The base. Maybe I'll go one up from that. So in the future, the room I'm going to make, whoops, not this room. This is just the landing room. And I'll just sort of make it sort of more circular here. Because I want to have a room that's going to have all the finished goods. It's basically going to be a huge stockpile for all the finished goods. So yeah, that'll take us right up to that. Won't pierce that. So I'll move everything down there. But the main base will probably be the one level below it here. So let's actually have F3 go to that. And so this is all going to take a little while to get going on, huh? So many idlers. What am I going to do? Let's get more of this wood closer to the base in the meantime. Because I want to get a lot of the wood below ground. Yeah, I'm thinking what I want to do here is eventually get into a cavern layer and get most of my wood from there. So I don't know. I'll just let all that go. But I want to have enough cut so that we can just go down and grab it right off the bat. Okay. Well, Mr. Carpenter's going pretty quick here. Make sure we have a lot of barrels for the food production coming up soon. Just gonna get them all done and out of the way. Units. White storks, which I don't think are going to be a problem. I think we'll be alright. How are we doing here? Yes, you did the mechanisms. My understanding is obsidian is very... it's worth a lot more than a lot of the other stones. I can't remember the exact amount. I thought maybe it was like three times as much or something. Can't remember. I was reading something on the wiki about it. But, yeah. So, good possibility that our fortress worth is going to go up pretty quickly because a lot of these hallways are... A lot of our blocks are made out of obsidian and stuff, so... Alright, so now it looks like the miners are overly concerned with doing other things, which I did not want them to do, so I'm going to have to pause here and go to Dwarf Therapist. And in fact, I might just end this episode because I've already gotten a couple weird, glitchy movements from my computer, and like I said in the first episode off, I really don't want to lose footage, and the vocals I've recorded in a separate file, and yeah, once the game saves, and if I have a black screen of death after that, it loses all of it, so I just gotta be careful. Don't want to lose it. So yeah, initially here we'll have some shorter episodes, but hopefully I'll upload more often than I have in the past. Maybe do 3 episodes a week or something, who knows. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some work with Dwarf Therapist to set the priorities for the miners, and we probably have enough blocks right now that I really don't need to worry about him doing blocks. So I'll probably do that and maybe just get these miners working on that room again. And the water system, I just want to get it done and over with. You know what I mean? So I will see you guys next time. Adios, folks.